If you're new to being a pet owner, or even if you've had your Shih Tzu for a while, you might be unaware of how some of the things you do to your dog can affect them. So, for all pet parents, here are 7 things you should never do to your Shih Tzu. Number 7. Leave your Shih Tzu in your car. While some of the things I'm going to talk about seem like common sense, it never hurts to have a friendly reminder from time to time. Not leaving your dog in the car is one of them. Chances are you already know and would never leave your Shih Tzu in your car when it's hot out. But what about a nicer, cooler day? When it is a pleasant 70 degrees out and sunny, it only takes an hour for the inside of your car to reach 113 degrees. At 80 degrees outside, it takes an hour to reach 123 degrees inside your car. And at 90 degrees outside, it takes an hour to reach 133 degrees inside. But here's the thing. At 70 degrees outside, it only takes 10 minutes to reach almost 90 degrees in your car on a sunny day. What that means is, even if you're just running into a store for a few minutes and your Shih Tzu is in the car, it will get too warm for them. Number 6. Skip visits to the vet. It is easy to think that you can go online and figure out what is wrong with your Shih Tzu based on their symptoms. Heck, oftentimes we do that for ourselves too. No one likes to go to the doctor, and vet visits are expensive. Even so, you should take your Shih Tzu to the vet at least once a year. That way, they can pick up on any health conditions that your dog may have, and that would be undiagnosed otherwise. Even though Shih Tzus are small dogs, it is important to stay current on all of their shots. Number 5. Don't give your Shih Tzu ice. There are also certain things to keep in mind when offering ice to your pet. Even if the ice will eventually melt, it's still a choking hazard, not to mention the potential to damage your dog's teeth from all the chewing and gnawing. When I first heard the question, are ice cubes dangerous to dogs? My first response was, only if someone throws an ice cube at a dog's eye. But this question seemed to linger. There was the reported case of a dog ingesting ice cubes and winding up at a veterinary emergency hospital requiring surgery to alleviate bloat. Reportedly, the veterinarian in charge felt the cause of the bloat was due to the dog ingesting ice cubes. Bloat, or gastric dilation volvulus, is a dangerous, life-threatening condition that occurs acutely when the stomach fills with gas and then rotates within the abdomen. There has been much study into potential causes of bloat. Genetics, diet, environment, exercise activity have all been studied, and all may be potential factors in the development of bloat. Drinking too much water too fast or feeding large amounts of food immediately after exercise is never recommended, as this may make it more likely that a dog will gulp a lot of air along with water and/or food. Number 4, don't forget about your Shih Tzu's teeth. Shih Tzus have small mouths that can have overcrowded, misaligned, or missing teeth. They're also prone to periodontal disease, which is why it's so important to brush their teeth regularly at home. You'll also need to have their mouths checked for other problems and get an annual dental cleaning at the dentist. While we are on the subject of teeth, just a reminder not to forget to brush your dog's teeth. I know it can be difficult, and a lot of dogs don't like it, but you need to do it. It is easiest if you start when they are puppies. Vets say you should brush your Shih Tzu's teeth daily, but I know mine really puts up a fight. At the very least, be sure your vet takes a good look at your dog's teeth at their regular visit. And if you can't get them brushed daily, go for weekly. That's certainly better than never. And if you've had a Shih Tzu for a while, you know they tend to have teeth issues to begin with, so brushing is important. Just a note, don't use human toothpaste. Since dogs don't spit, they will swallow the toothpaste, and it has ingredients in it that can make them sick. Instead, pick up some doggy toothpaste. A child's toothbrush should work well for your little pup, or the toothbrush that comes with the toothpaste. Some breeds are more prone to dental problems than others. Naturally, a lot has to do with the dental care they've received from puppyhood. Shih Tzu dogs do seem to have their fair share of plaque and tartar buildup. There is a difference between plaque and tartar. Plaque starts first and is that gummy film that forms on the teeth after a meal. It mixes with the bacteria in the mouth along with saliva and blood cells. After about 24 hours, it combines with the salts in the saliva and begins to harden. Eventually, it continues to accumulate and mix with the salts and turns into tartar. Tartar, on the other hand, tartar occurs when plaque hardens and firmly sticks to the tooth, eventually wearing down the tissue around the tooth. Tartar is a problem for a couple of reasons. The tartar sticks to the tooth, providing a rough surface where bacteria can grow. The bacteria leads to inflammation of the gums, which may result in bleeding. The swollen, red gums called gingivitis eventually leads to periodontal disease. Tartar builds up near the gum, pushing the gums away from the roots of the tooth. As it continues, it can cause pain. The bacteria on the tartar does not remain confined to the mouth. It can be absorbed into the bloodstream and travel to vital organs, including the heart and the kidneys. Number 3, don't share alcohol with your Shih Tzu. While the idea of seeing a dog stumbling around might sound cute if you give your dog liquor, it is abuse. It will affect their nervous system and can lead to diarrhea, vomiting, and even hypothermia. Even worse, the mixes that a lot of people add to their drinks contain the artificial sweetener xylitol, which can be toxic for dogs even in small amounts. Alcohol toxicity is not as common as you may think because dogs are not innately drawn to alcoholic beverages. However, accidents can happen. Just as with humans, the safety issue is not with the type of alcohol your dog consumes, but rather how much was consumed. For example, hard liquor, wine, and craft beer contain higher alcohol levels than light beer. If your dog does accidentally consume alcohol, it's hard to know whether the amount consumed is at dangerous levels. The health and weight of the dog in relation to the type and volume are both variables to consider. For example, for toy breeds, a smaller amount of alcohol would be considered more dangerous than for larger breeds. Number 2, don't use a crate for punishment. If you have crated trained your dog, then you might still have it around once they get older. Chances are your Shih Tzu feels safe in its crate and doesn't mind being in there for short periods of time. However, if you use the crate to punish your dog and are yelling at it as you put it in the crate, it will start to have a negative association. Punishment serves no purpose. Your little dog will not learn from it simply because he will never associate the punishment to his own behavior. This is obvious when you think of it, because to punish a dog, he must have already done the crime. Each time he carries out the behavior that he will be punished for, he is learning to be better at it. He is forming a habit, and all the punishment in the world will not break a habit after it has been formed. You have to train your Shih Tzu to carry out a different behavior altogether instead. You may have heard the term alpha or dominance used in dog training. This training style is inaccurate and best avoided. It is too close to punishment and force-based methods. Look out for the term positive reinforcement instead. It is the only training method that is scientifically proven to be best for your Shih Tzu and your mutual healthy relationship. Positive reinforcement is the right way to train your dog. By shaping any behavior which you would like him to repeat using praise and treats, including toys, you will get the very best from your dog. Number 1, don't yank on your Shih Tzu's leash. While you might have to, on a rare occasion, yank on your Shih Tzu's leash to keep them out of danger, this is something to avoid. Doing this often can lead to a neck fracture. Your Shih Tzu has a hyroid bone at the base of their tongue. By yanking on a leash, this bone can break. That's not something you or your dog wants. A good solution to this problem is to use a harness instead of a collar. That way, you avoid putting any pressure on their neck whatsoever. Do let us know in the comments if you love this cute breed. Please subscribe to the Amazing Dogs. Thanks for watching.